Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Tony Ferguson is going to be taking on Dillon Danis. And this is a fight that nobody actually saw coming, but this is definitely an interesting fight. I pray and hope that the GFL watches this video because I have a completely and utterly important request. We need a press conference for this fight. I want to see the trash talk between Tony Ferguson and Dillon Danis. Granted, we know that Tony Ferguson is in an 8-fight losing streak. We know that. We want to see Tony Ferguson finally get a win. You know, let's go ahead and talk about this fight because it's a pretty interesting one. Of course, we know that Tony Ferguson doesn't have the prettiest looking career right now. We know that he is nowhere near being the physical specimen that he once was. Of course, we know that at some point, Tony Ferguson just seemed to outwork each and every single one of his opponents, but in his last 8 fights, that just isn't true anymore. Dillon Danis, he hasn't had an MMA fight in a while. The last time we saw him compete was against one of the Paul brothers, and he got absolutely destroyed. I think it was against Logan Paul. I'm pretty sure he fought Logan Paul, got his ass whooped. And that was the last thing we've ever seen from Dillon Danis in terms of combat sports competition. With that being said, if you're getting your ass whooped by Logan Paul, I think it's pretty fair to say that right now, on paper at least, even though Tony Ferguson is in an 8-fight losing streak, I think that he has the advantage in this fight. And we're finally gonna be able to see Tony Ferguson get a win. I know it's not against like a super top tier, crazy talent, in the MMA spectrum, but at least it's a win against somebody. The one thing that I definitely do hope for is that the GFL does give us a press conference because if they do, I'm gonna be tuning in to watch that. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. This is a confirmed lightweight matchup, by the way. It's not gonna be a welterweight. We've seen Dillon Danis. I think in his last professional MMA fight, he did fight at welterweight, and of course, Tony Ferguson did fight at welterweight in his last fight as well. I think it was Michael Chiesa, and yeah, he ended up losing that fight. But since it is gonna be a lightweight fight, I think that right now, like I said, especially on paper, I do think that Tony Ferguson does have the advantage because he has his most experience fighting at that weight class. So hopefully we do see El Cucuy finally come into this one with a dub. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. As always, it's a pleasure. Peace out and have a good one.